Hey folks, this is Mark Smith, coming at you live and local from the hometown. That being, see, Groton. I'm in like the best of mood possible. Yeah, considering I was kind of tired when I got up, but now I'm kind of, this is awesome. We're gonna do a lot of great stuff today, I can feel it. We'll be nice to these cars. We'll let people go past. Now we're going to make our move. And try and hold her steady. I recognize some of the older videos I shot the other day from here in Groton using this camera they're a little on the shaky side, so I need to kind of... The clicky sounds you're hearing is the steady hold function of the camera. That's why it's going... Okay, so this is basically the district center of my hometown of Groton, Massachusetts. It's basically a very fringe suburb of Boston. It's out in the direction of Fitchburg and Leominster, but not quite that far out. It's sort of like getting there, but not quite. I'm not filming him, I'm not filming. Yeah, I lose track sometimes. Some people might inadvertently end up on film, but that's just the nature of home video. Now, what I like about Groton is it's got that small city feel. Like if you were way out in backwoods Wyoming or North Dakota or South Dakota, somewhere out in the sticks, this would be like the city. This would be like the big city. Like, I heard there's next to nothing in Wyoming. So if you were in Wyoming, this could be like a city. That's the feeling I got from Gumby, The Adventures of Gumby. They were from a part of the... Gumby took place, I think, in a part of Ohio, close to the Indiana border, where there was like nothing. And the biggest cities, or biggest towns, looked kind of like the Massachusetts equivalent of, say, you know, this town here. Right, where the full cities looked like towns. And those are the types of communities that feature radio stations without websites, or that took forever to get a website, and once they get websites, they don't stream. You can hit the pause button if you feel like it and read these plaques here. This camera, I got it set to roughly 35 millimeters, whereas my Nikon D90 I film via 18 millimeter. So everything's kind of blown up in this camera. And so I keep forgetting, like, as I go to focus on something, I'm too close. You know, like whereas my D90, it would have panned out and everything would have been in it. but this camera's, it's on roughly 35 millimeters. This is the town hall. This is what the town hall to my hometown looks like. It's up there. I don't know if you can read it real well, but it says it's dated 1655 on the left and 1859 on the right of the name Groton. And then that's the town hall, that's the entrance, drop box in rear. Whatever that means, maybe that's how they get their mail back of the building. I'll let that guy go because there are not many opportunities. I wanted to allow him to, what's the word? Seek the opportunity. There's a Bank of America. And there's another one in the Littleton Common. Oh, and interesting, a Citizens Bank. Just like as well, that's the one next to the Bank of America in Littleton Common. We'll film the sign. Yeah, in Littleton Common, there's a Bank of America directly right next to a Citizens Bank. And here, there was a Bank of America right next to a Citizens Bank. So I recognize a pattern. I've been working on overcoming my nasally voice, but today I'm not exaggerating as much. I'm just trying to give my voice an extra boost. I'm not trying to talk in a very creepy, deep voice. I'm just trying to sound less nasal, that's all. And probably my voice will never change quite as fast as I like to convince myself it is. So I learned through internet research that this is not, or I should say, was not a private school. It was a public elementary school that has since closed roughly 3 to 4 years prior to when this video was made. It's August of 2011. This school closed maybe during or after the 2007 to 2008 school year. That's another plaque of which you can hit the pause button if you want to read it. I would. I never really ever became a very confident reader. I think I have a tendency to avoid reading whenever I can. I avoid reading whenever I can because I never really learned to comprehend very well. The proof is in the pudding. When people have me read aloud, I'll just mess up on things like I might say the wrong word, or I might make a single a plural, or a plural a single. I'll be that way. Or I'll just randomly pause in the middle of reading. Almost like I got a brain freeze. Brain fart, where I read and all of a sudden I can't translate what's on the page to reading aloud. Even though I could very well read it with ease, I just can't read aloud very good. And when I read, I notice my mind keeps trying to wander. It's I think it's boring reading, and so I don't know, I'd much rather be, it's a nice day, outdoors, walking around in this nice weather, driving around listening to radio stations change over. I'd rather be doing that. Reading is time-consuming. It's boring. I don't like it. Now, I would probably be a much better reader, God granted, if I had got more practice. In other words, read more often. But I just can't bring myself to do it because I don't like to read. I don't know, it sucks. Reading sucks, I think. I know I wouldn't exactly make the best role model for a children's show. I wouldn't exactly make the best role model for, say, a children's entertainer trying to set examples for the youngsters. No, not with reading anyways. Although, I mean, I overcame quite a few difficulties in learning to read, but sometimes I'll have doubts about myself, and I'll start wondering if it's my own laziness. Which I shouldn't doubt myself, but I'll do that sometimes. Like, learning disability, give me a break. You had all the ability in the world to learn to read. You're just not pushing yourself enough, or you're too lazy. So this is the Noah Gallery, Fine Art and Gallery School. In case you can't read it, probably can. This video is about to max out in length. So we'll let it.